With 100 million records sold, 5 Grammys, and legions of fans around the world, it is hard to believe that Janet Jackson has spent a lifetime in search of her true self. She grew up at the height of Jackson mania. For most of her childhood, the Jackson 5 was constantly on tour.
The Jackson 5!
But the little girl found a way to keep in touch through an ABC cartoon series which profiled the lives of her famous brothers.
In my pajamas, in Mother's room, in front of the TV, I couldn't wait for it to come on.
By the time she was 7, Janet was ready to join the family business. She made her television debut on the Jackson Variety Show with this provocative impersonation.
Why don't you come up and sing me sometime?
That sassy little
Mae West.
Mae West?
Yes.
You were owning it, and you were just sashay, sashay.
You know who worked with me on all of that? Mike.
They loved to perform together, here hamming it up on the Dinah Show.
What exactly did he do to help you?
The sass and the this and the that.
Janet, what you want?
He was like a director in a sense. Now you gotta give more. We were very close. He helped me with all of that.
Was there a moment when you said you wanted to do this?
No, but I'm sure my father had a lot to do with it.
Joe Jackson, the driving force behind his children's success. The man so famously accused by his son as an abusive stage father.
Your siblings have talked differently about your father over the years. Some have used the word abusive. Others have said, oh, he was just old school. Which was he to you?
I think it's old school. And that may extrapolate into being a little abusive. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, your father seems like he always had an opinion, that he wasn't
Still
afraid.
That's my father.
Are there some times when he's doing his own thing that you kind of cringe a little bit?
Yes, but he's my father, and he's very strong. He's very stubborn. He has his own way of doing things. That's Joseph.
Why do y'all call him Joseph?
Oh, I can't believe you're asking me this. Because it's bringing back, I remember when I had called him Daddy, and he said, no, you call me Joseph. I'm Joseph to you. Never said it again.
You remember how old you were?
I was very young, younger than 10, younger than 9. So I don't know why, and I've never questioned it. It is what it is, and I've just let it go. Joseph.
Janet once had dreams of going to college.
I wanted to study business law, and I wanted to be an actress.
Didn't I tell you to come straight home from school?
Yes, Mama.
As her manager, Joe got her a role on the hit CBS series Good Times.
You know what happens to children that make their mamas unhappy.
She was only 11, her first breakaway from the Jackson family. And her character as the abused daughter, Penny, revealed unexpected emotional depth.
Oh, no, Mama, please. Please don't do it. You couldn't have come at a better time here.
Her acting talent won her other roles on shows like Different Strokes and the television series Fame. But then, Joe changed his mind about the direction of his daughter's career.
My father said, I think you'll make more money singing than as an actress. And that was it.
Some people have taken that a certain way, how he, in some ways, wanted so much for you at a young age, even more so than probably you wanted for yourself.
Obviously, he saw something, and it's sad that it takes away your childhood. If I had to do it all over again, would I go about it the same way? I can't. I would really have to think about that. I would want to say no, not knowing what my life, how it would turn out, because I would love to experience what it would be like to celebrate Christmas and birthdays. I had my first birthday party when I was 23 years old. I'd never celebrated my birthday before then.
No birthdays and no Christmas holidays because the Jackson family were devout Jehovah's Witnesses.
You kind of feel like you missed something. But then again, you have to say to yourself, it's like a catch-22. How can you miss what you didn't have? you know, we grew up pretty quickly. Always working, always being on stage.
She released her first album at 16, singing her heart out on American Bandstand. But the teenage girl was about to revolt. At 18, she married singer James DeBarge against her family's wishes. Like Janet, he was part of a family singing sensation that topped the Billboard charts with their big hit, Rhythm of the Night.
Let's talk about your big rebellion. You got married, James DeBarge. You said partly because you wanted out.
Out, yes. I wanted to be on my own, get out of the house.
There was no other way that you were going to be able to leave the home?
No, not at that age.
But James DeBarge had a secret. He was battling drug addiction, and the marriage failed in less than 3 months.
He was my first love. And just being so young and not really knowing what life is really all about, just thinking I could change him if I only could do this and that, and not realizing that it was something that he had to do and want for himself.
It was the first time Janet would face the denial of addiction, but not the last. In the failure of her first marriage, she would discover a disturbing parallel to her own brother's dependency on drugs.
I've seen it a lot, and I've always tried to help.
Was there a time as a family that you thought, we need to do something here? Did you do anything?
Of course. That's what you do. Those are the things that you do when you love someone. You can't just let them continue on that way. And we did a few times. We weren't very successful.
How did he react to the interventions that you all conducted?
How do I say this? Understood that it was out of love because of caring. But when it's something like that, people can tend to be in denial.
Was Michael in denial?
I wish he could answer this question for you, and not me. I felt that he was in denial.
Mm-hmm. But you also felt you could love somebody, you can bring them right up to that point.
You can't make them drink the water. It's something that you can't do for them. It's something they have to do for themselves.
Later, what the family really knew about Michael's drug use. But next, Janet's ongoing struggle.
My sister said, she said, Jan, Jan, I knew you were going to have weight issues. You want to know why? Latoya's going to kill me for this.
When we come back,